Here's a hard lesson learned: not to force a relationship. There was a time where I was so desperate for love and attention. I wasn't aware of it, but in hindsight, it's always 2020. I was desperate for love and attention. I was thirsty and deprived of basic human needs, right? So there was a guy that I wanted to be with. And I was attracted to his looks. I was attracted to his height, his personality, and I just wanted to be with him so bad that I created this fantasy in my head how we were going to be together. I lived in delusion, but the signs were there. This man never took me out on a date. I only saw him one time a week. And you already know what time that was. It, I'm ashamed to say that I didn't even have his phone number until I threatened to walk away. See, that's what happens when you date your preferences and you let it go down in a DM. So, yeah, I broke my own heart trying to go after what I wanted when the man had already told me he didn't want me. You know, he would tell me things like, oh, well, you gonna hate me if we cross the line. See, that should have been a telltale sign then. But I only heard what I wanted to hear. So it didn't matter what he had told me. I was going to believe what I wanted to believe because that's what I wanted. And when I forced that situation, again, I paid for it. Now, if I were to see him today, I would tell him thank you. Because that was the hardest lesson in life that I had to learn. After that, I hired me a relationship coach. I did the inner work. And I broke the relationship patterns that were keeping me stuck. Now I teach other women how to break the relationship patterns that keep them stuck. And I help them to raise their awareness, do the inner work, work on their personal development to know who they are and whose they are. To get out of this loop. I took personal accountability for my healing, for my life. I stopped giving my power away and putting it in the hands of a man that didn't want me. Now, I know it's somebody out there that may be going through this exact same situation. And you confused. But God ain't the author of confusion. You're confusing yourself because you refuse to be obedient. You refuse to listen. But when you're ready to listen and do the work, because I only work with women who are committed to investing into their personal development. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You gonna have to walk away and leave that man alone, because he ain't no good for you. And right now, you ain't no good for yourself. The link is in my bio. And remember, if no one told you today, I love you.